And at that moment, yo, can I tell you, that spoke to me so clearly. It spoke to me so clearly. Sometimes you are so distracted, right? So I was on my way to work, and I'm in this 2-lane road. And so I noticed there's a major slowdown, right? And I'm on the far right lane. I noticed there's a major slowdown, and I look over, I see 2 cars pulled over. Clearly there was some sort of accident. There's no physical damage to any of the vehicles, but they kind of pulled over, and maybe there was like a little bump, because it's traffic, it's morning. And so I noticed that, but I'm not moving anyways, because again, there's traffic on my lane. On the left side, that lane was moving much quicker than my lane. And whenever cars pull over, people always want to look, right? That's just a tendency. That's just something that we do. And there was a car in the left lane. They were distracted and were looking at the accident a little bit too long, not realizing the car in front of them broke and their foot was still on the gas, and they like slammed right into that car, and I got to witness it. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And so, and I look over and I see the person who is at fault, and they were just like this, like, oh my goodness, right? And at that moment, yo, can I tell you, that spoke to me so clearly. It spoke to me so clearly. Sometimes you are so distracted. Be careful for the distractions. Be careful for the distractions, because there are consequences to that. Now, that person, most likely they were on their way to work. Now they're going to be delayed getting to their destination because they were too distracted, right? And so I don't know how many of y'all are on a path, on a road that God has given you. There's certain things God has given you to do, right? But you have allowed distraction to enter, and now you are delayed getting to your destination. Now you are delayed seeing that breakthrough. Now you are delayed seeing the result that you're believing for, because you are distracted. And many times the enemy will use distraction as a weapon, because he knows if he can get you distracted, he can take you off course. He can take your attention off of what it's supposed to be, right? And put it on something that has no business being, and deter you and cause you to be delayed, cause you to be disobedient, cause you to be stagnant, cause you to procrastinate and not get to the place that you're supposed to get to in the time that you're supposed to get to it, right? And so if you allow yourself to be distracted for too long, there's consequences for that. There's consequences for that. When I tell you, that spoke to me, and I was like, you know what? This is the reason why we have to understand the importance of staying the course and keeping our gaze looking forward. So the same week, I was reading the book of Luke, and I remember where Jesus said, "Remember Lot's wife." That was a whole verse. Remember Lot's wife. Oh my gosh. And I'm like, man, this is the reason why you can't be looking back. This is the reason why you can't be looking side to side, being distracted. This is the reason why you got to continue to look forward and continue to push through, because you have a destination to get to, right? You have a destination to get to. And sometimes we're thinking, man, like, I know God said this, and I thought XYZ was going to happen. And, you feel delayed. You feel like something's holding you back. You feel like all these things. Could it be that you're distracted? Could it be that there's something that has grabbed your attention that has caused you to not continue to do or take the path or walk the walk that you're supposed to walk, because you're busy doing something else, or focused on something else, or directing your time, your energy, your attention on something else? Could it be that you're distracted? Remember Lot's wife. Remember Lot's wife. Be careful for the distractions. That's what I wanted to share.